Khan and Sonu Nigam will become the first one from the music industry to get into this. He will be doing this with a digital media and entertainment company called Jet Synthesis, and the founder of that company, Rajan, is also with us. Gentlemen, thank you so much. आप ये इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं टाइम्स नेटवर्क को. अपने दर्शक को ये भी बताना चाहूंगी कि ये इंटरव्यू के एंड में सोनू निगम ने हमें प्रॉमिस किया है कि वो हमारे लिए एक गाना गाएंगे. मेरी स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट है कल हो ना हो. सोनू, कमिंग टू यू फर्स्ट, हाउ डिड यू गेट इनटू NFTs?
देखिए, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग अस ऑल ओवर हियर. हम तो सीखने वाले छात्र हैं, जहां से जो अकल मिलती है सीख लेते हैं. जब 30 years back when I came to Bombay, the music was different, music industry was different, music consumption was different. There were cassettes, CDs तब आए नहीं थे. फिर बाद में CDs आए, क्या फिर लेजर डिस्क आई और फिर DVDs आए. फिर वो छोटे से वो जो MP3s होते थे वो सब आने शुरू हो गए. एंड नाउ स्ट्रीमिंग डिवाइसेस भी आ गए हैं. तो और अब something which actually I was educated by Jet Synthesis and Mr. Rajan Navani and the team about the NFT, and worldwide NFT ने एक अलग दुनिया खड़ी कर दी है. और this is something which I truly feel is going to be a very very strong future for creative people, for business people. इसकी इतने सारे प्रोस्पेक्ट्स हैं नई तरह की. मैं खुद अभी तक जब मैं बात करता हूँ ना, मैं कुछ नई बात सीखता हूँ. बोलते बोलते मुझे समझ में आता है कि अरे हाँ, पॉसिबिलिटी ये भी है वो भी है. तो हमने किया क्या है. There was a beautiful song of mine which I sang about a couple of years back called Hall of Fame. I sang this in Philadelphia, and एक बहुत अच्छा कंपोजर है वहाँ पे, जिम बीन्स. और वो गाना इतना अच्छा हो गया था मुझसे, गाना इतना कमाल का था, because I didn't know इसको मैं पब्लिक डोमेन में लाऊं तो इसकी इज्जत क्या होगी. कभी कभी आपको लगता है ना कि ये कुछ ऐसी खास चीज मैंने बना ली है, कोई खास पेंटिंग हो या कोई खास स्कल्पचर हो, कुछ भी हो, आपको लगता है. तो वो गाना ऐसा बना कि मुझे पता नहीं था कि मैं इसे क्या करूं. तो मैंने उसको रखा हुआ था अपने पास में. तो जब मुझे NFT के बारे में थोड़ा सा ज्ञान दिया गया, when I was told about NFT by Jet Synthesis and Rajan जी, they said क्या है ऐसा कुछ जो आपका सबसे दिल के नजदीक है, जिसको आप NFT के लायक समझते हैं, योग्य समझते हैं. तो Hall of Fame came into my mind. So we revisited the song, we shot a beautiful video for it, and Jet Synthesis is a prolific company who have roots in a lot of different things, and they have knowledge and contacts and information and the vision and I feel a lot of class and dignity which I wanted to be associated with. So I'm very happy that they're educating me with that. So we are starting with first Hall of Fame, and second, the habit in the last 33 years of mine of documenting every song that I've sung up till now. जब मैं दिल्ली में गा रहा था तभी भी डॉक्यूमेंट करता था. जब मैं बॉम्बे में आया 91 में, तब से आज तक आई डॉक्यूमेंट ऑल माय सॉन्ग. कौन सा गाना किस फिल्म के लिए, किसके लिए गाया है, कंपोजर, लिरिक्स राइटर, स्टूडियो, टाइम, ये सब मैं लिखता हूँ. तो ऐसे मेरे कई गाने हैं जो कुछ हो सकता है कि बहुत बड़े चाहने वाले हों, फैंस हों, जिनको चाहिए हो कि यार कल हो ना हो इसने ओरिजिनली कैसे लिखा था, या मैं हूं ना कैसे लिखा था, या साथिया कैसे लिखा, कितने बजे गाया था, कौन से स्टूडियो में गाया था. तो एक तो इट इज फॉर one aspect is I'm saying too many things at one time. Is that okay? Can I, like, before you asking me a question, I'm elaborating. Is that okay, Nantara? Is that okay? I'm elaborating everything together.
Of course it's okay. In fact, I want to know more, Sonu Nigam, about this habit of yours. This diary जो आप कह रहे हैं, हम 1991 से पहले भी जर्नल कर रहे थे, तो इसमें आपके नोट्स भी हैं?
क्या? हाँ, the way I learn a song by writing कि ये नोट सा से शुरू होता है, suppose, so I put a sa. Then if there is a marking, so I do marking. So I have my own way of learning composition, and the entire industry is aware of it, and a lot of people talk about that because I learn a song very quickly. So all those diaries are there still. So we also proposed Kal Ho Na Ho and a couple of other songs as NFTs. So this is what, it's very interesting, and I'm really enjoying the whole journey, learning new things about NFT.
Sonu Nigam, आप अभी तक कोई NFTs own करते हैं? Have you bought any NFTs?
बस अभी मैं करने वाला हूँ. बस थोड़ा सा पैसा और आ जाए. अभी 1.5 साल से कुछ काम था नहीं, थोड़ा पैसा कमा लेता हूँ, फिर मैं पूरा, आप देखो, मैं NFT की दुकान, म्यूजियम खोल दूंगा मैं NFT का. अभी तो प्रॉपर्टी पे पैसा लगाया था, अभी NFT में लगाऊंगा.
Chalo, so with that I'll come to Rajan for a question. Rajan, Sonu Nigam is sounding like a really good sport. उनकी कहानी सुन ली है, अब आप बताइए, did he approach you, you approached him? And the other thing I want to know is, I take the point about the diary, but doesn't the music label, the record label actually own the lyrics? Will this not be a problem for anyone who is going to buy Sonu Nigam's NFTs?
So firstly, thank you, Nayanthara, and it's always a pleasure talking with you and on your channels about, interesting subjects. So, this bar, we are talking about something very unique, first in the world from the Indian music industry. So, of course, we've, Debt Synthesis is built on very strong pillars of, technology, content, digital transactions. We've been investing deeply in blockchain, AI. As a matter of fact, we started the Silicon Valley Blockchain Society. The head of our US business is the president of that. So we've been really looking at the power of technology, combined with the power of content and digital transactions to really unlock what could be the potential of this new metaverse that we are all going to be living in, where the line between the virtual and the real world are very, very thin. And, what we are doing today also is a very strong demonstration of that. But increasingly, we find that, people are getting deeper in that. And as we were looking at that opportunity closer, we felt the music space, both from a creative art point of view, the ability to exclusively own something, to be able to have the pride of his possession as well as the value of possession, something that can change and increase over a period of time, and something that is so core and close to a particular celebrity or an artist. And there was no person we could think of better than Sonu ji. Of course, we've had a working relationship for a few years, and we had done actually a very interesting song where we had brought Sonu ji and Sachin Tendulkar together a few years ago and created a Cricket Wali Beat song and many other things. And for us, there could be nobody better than him. And you just heard him, right? The way he spontaneous. So we approached him and we, had this discussion, and together we have been able to build something that we believe, is a joint thing going out, to the industry, and for what we strongly feel could revolutionize the way, the music industry also kind of operates, right? Because any big disruptive technological transformation, has impacts on many, many aspects. And of course, how this will pan out, it's a first effort we are making. We are also, testing the waters. We announced this in London because we wanted at the center of the world, because we really want to unlock the true value of what this could mean to people around the world, not just people in India. So I think what we are really trying to do is something unique. Coming to your point on rights and things like that, at the end of the day, even if you look at, say, Sonu ji's diaries, right? It's about what he does as a person, right? It is him writing, it is his habits. Like some of the things he mentioned, he has the birthday of the person who was in that studio with him on that particular song. Now, these are intimate details, which are about him. Right? So I don't think there is in any way, anything that we are going to do which might, contradict or, bring any of these kind of issues at play. We are obviously, going to see, and wherever there are the right stakeholders, we'll take them along, right? So the key point is about having a digital collectible or something that is so exclusive, scarce, rare, valuable. And, good part about NFTs, Nayanthara, it also gives, access to value, right? So one can create, new ways in which, the owner of the NFT can interact, with Sonu ji. Maybe Sonu ji and the owner of the NFT, if of course Sonu ji agrees, and I'm taking, can create a song together, and imagine you were talking, about somebody from your family who would never dream about that. Now, the good part about blockchain technology and the way this whole thing can shape up, you can have a product, you can have a creative piece of art, you can have video, you can have static images, you can create access. And every time, and this is transparent to the whole world, it's decentralized, everybody knows where the pride of ownership is. We thought of, the first song we are launching is the Hall of Fame. right, as Sonuji was mentioning. And really what we are looking at creating is like a music hall of fame. So we believe not only are we going to launch with this NFT, which is something which is happening for the first time for the music industry in India and doing it globally, but something that we believe together could become, the hall of fame for the future, where some of the best songs, some of the best artists, some of the best collectibles that people would aspire for would be made available. So we are very ambitious with our vision. We have been able to put down the ground components, and of course we're going to give it our best effort. And I think there's a whole metaverse or a new universe waiting for us out there to unlock and explore. Very excited about what we are doing and bringing together.
Sonu Nigam, lots of ideas that have just been given by Jet Synthesis and Rajan over here, what all can be done. What all appeals to you? What would you like to see your work associated with when it comes to NFTs?
Everything and more. As I said in the beginning, I'm a learner.
You want it all.
From the world of music and creativity. But, dealing with or mingling with people who have their own, the vision in a business is also a certain form of creativity. It's not just about dealing with money and when you have a vision, when you know what you can do and what are the prospects of a certain idea, that's also called creativity. So I'm really enjoying. We had a great time in London. We had lots of conversation. I learned a lot from them, and even I could myself come out with various ideas while talking about it. So it's like a river having many tributaries. And it keeps on going and going and multiplying. And so I think the world is now going to see a lot of various different dimensions in business and art, and it's merging together.
So tell me something. You had this age-old habit before 1991 where you would put everything down in a diary, and that's how you would learn. Is that how you still do it? You still following that, or have you embraced technology? How is tech being used now in your field?
I am the same. I carry my briefcase. I carry my registers in it. I have my wife's old love letters that's written to me all in that briefcase. I have about 20-25 pens that I've used in the last 20-25 years. I have a picture of Rafi Saab with his autograph on it, which somebody gifted it to me about 28 years back. So I still do the same. I don't like to change the rawness of my profession. This is something which originates from my within. I still take the names of my gurus before singing, before the microphone switches on, and I speak my first hi, hello. Before doing that, my check. I take the names of my teachers, my gurus. Tata Bhai, Asha Bhai, Rafi Sahab, Kishore Kumar ji, Mandari Sahab, Hemant Kumar ji, Sehgal Sahab, Master Madan ji, Mahendra Kapoor ji, Tarak Mahmood ji, and of course the composer and the singer, co-singer if I have any. So I'm still like that, a little blacked out in my head.
ये भी तो आप NFT कर सकते हैं.
I was about to say just that, Naina Tara. I said, "Abhi Sonu ji ne humko new idea de di." Going into the mind of Sonu ji and how he is. So there is no end to this creativity that we are beginning. Sahi bol rahe hain. As long as there is somebody who values that, right? Because it is something so precious, to Sonu ji, and we always believe, right? This journey is from followers to fans to people who really, to whom Sonu ji means a lot more, right? So like what you can say, a super fan or the super fan, right? And I think that's the journey we are really looking at unlocking.
May I interject?
This, right? Yeah.
May I interject?
Please, Sonu ji.
I also learned one thing while discussing with Rajan and the entire team. I learned something that this is not just for a fan. This is not just for an admirer. Because in my life, I have seen a lot of people who are art collectors, and they have nothing to do with the art. They know zilch about the art and the artists, but they know the value of the piece of art. So NFT has this another beautiful angle of business where you don't necessarily need to be my fan or somebody else's fan or admirer. You might not even have heard my music properly. But if NFT is sheer business also, it can have passion and love. At the same time, it can have absolute, nothing to do with the artist and the art and the passion, but only the value of that product. So this is NFT meant for people who are passionate and also for people who are just looking at it from a future perspective of like you buy a property, you don't necessarily live in the property, but you know that the property is going to appreciate in the future. And you can give it to somebody else and make some money out of it. So this is something which I learned about NFT in London when I was discussing with our friends.
So tell me, Sonu Nigam ji, would you want NFTs that are based on your work, on your life, on your art, to be priced how? Would you want it to be auctioned where the highest bidder gets it? Would you want it to be accessible, more affordable? What are your thoughts?
Good. What a beautiful question. I'm glad you asked this question because this has got its own various different dimensions. And I think Rajan ji will be able to tell you about this thing because this is again something which tremendous, incalculable, innumerable possibilities.
No, so you asked a very relevant question, Anatara, and I think the way we are looking at an NFT drop, comprises of everything you just said, right? On one level, it is about this one exclusive NFT, which is really the crown jewel of what will be on offer, which will be auctioned, which will attract people of different interest to really own that NFT along with the access that ownership of NFT provides. Then like a 10 of 10 or 100 of 100 kind of NFT drops where there would be a large part of the lyrics and other aspects which would figure. And then a democratized version for larger masses, for larger number of people to come and own. The good part is that whatever will be dropped in this NFT will be a one-time only, once in a lifetime only opportunity for a person to own it, and then over a period of time, as Sonuji also rightly said, it's up to the owner of the NFT to keep it from a passion, from the love of the artist, to have something that is valuable, in their digital safe or digital locker, so to say, that can unlock value for them as and when they need it. So many angles to this, but we are definitely looking at democratizing, the NFTs as well, and of course, continue to drop NFTs over certain periods of time because, even if we look at Sonuji, right, his impact is massive. It's around the world. It's global, right? And the impact of NFT also, the way we believe for the future, is massively disruptive. So we would not do justice to it if we were not able to, do a complete drop that also enabled more people to have, a little bit of this digital collectible value in their life too. So right. Yes, we are using a complex algorithm, but one that we believe, will succeed in many aspects and fulfill all these different components of this wonderful initiative that we are putting together.
ये algorithm तो बहुत ही complex होगा क्योंकि मुझे आंसर के बाद तो समझ में नहीं आया कि how it is going to work. So let's wait and see how it works. But I've got the idea. You want to be across the value chain. You want very expensive ones, middle ones, democratized. I get that point. Sonu Nigam ji, give us an idea now. When NFTs are picking up, पार्लियामेंट में क्रिप्टोज के बारे में चर्चा भी हो रही है. लग रहा है कि कुछ टैक्स जैसा कुछ आएगा वित्त मंत्री के, अगर हम स्टेटमेंट्स देखें लेटेस्ट वंस. म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री में एनएफटीज की बहुत चर्चा होती है.
नहीं, इनफैक्ट अभी चर्चा किसी को पता नहीं चला. एनएफटी का फुल फॉर्म ही नहीं पता लोगों को, तो इसलिए अभी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हम ही सीख रहे हैं. एंड बट ये एकदम शुरुआती स्टेज है एनएफटी के बारे में. लोग म्यूजिक के बारे में इतना नहीं पता, बट हाँ अब्रॉड में थोड़ा बहुत, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, राजन जी बताएंगे, अब्रॉड में एनएफटी इज गेटिंग पॉपुलर अ लॉट. एंड इंडिया में भी एक कोई सिंगर है जिसने कुछ बेचा है, मुझे मालूम है, मैंने सुना. सो ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी को इतना पता नहीं है. जिनको पता होना चाहिए उनको पता है.
And just to add to that, the globally, music is being regarded as a good, space to own a digital collectible or a valuable asset, right? So if you really look at an NFT as a virtual asset that you own, and Jet Synthesis core is, we are in gaming, we are India's largest gaming, esports, and those kind of companies where people, especially the Gen Zs and the millennials, are buying virtual goods. They're buying virtual products. If you look at an NFT as a virtual digital collectible asset, right, then really the crypto world doesn't apply. We are just using the blockchain technology. The day currencies, in the crypto world, etc., are whatever happens to them, whether they're regulated, whether they are permitted, etc., and that the law of the land will decide. I think it will only enhance the value of the digital collectible if one of the purchasing mediums could be, a cryptocurrency. But despite that, there's tremendous value, we believe, in what we are doing, in creating something that will be a pride of ownership and recognition for the ones who own it. So as I said, we will wait for what happens on the regulations to come out, but it will only enhance our offering, because what we are doing today is just using the blockchain technology to create a digital collectible.
So, Sonu Nigam, going forward, when you've been bitten by the NFT bug, which is a global rage, you will carry on with your practice of journaling, writing everything in your diary, carrying that precious briefcase for you. But do you think as an artist, as a music composer, as a singer, how will you be able to, if I may say so, not be conscious of NFTs, its value and what it can cause when you do your work? Or do you think it's going to subconsciously always overhang?
See, life is not led that way. You cannot lead your life always overthinking about. See, I never knew what's going to happen in the next 30 years. I was just doing what I felt was right. I was doing it for myself. Life has to be led for your own self. You can't be thinking about how I'm going to encash this aspect of my life. I used to document my life. I have my diaries and I also write. In fact, this morning I was also documenting my September and October schedule, what I was doing, where was I, what I did. So I do all that just because I have this habit of thinking. In my life, I knew that, one day I'll get old and I will not be able to do the daily things that I'm doing today. I will not be singing 18 songs a day. I will probably, after a certain age, will be out of work. I won't have concerts. I won't have anybody. I might become irrelevant, like old age does to anyone. That is, if I live that long. If I live, I could die tomorrow, I could die today. But if I live that long, I know I can become irrelevant. That's when I will open my diaries. I'll know, okay, this day, 45 years back, I was singing this song in this studio. That was my whole idea of it. Life has to be led with that genuineness. I'm not the kind of person who's looking at life and life's various aspects and finding ways to encash them. I never did that, and I still will never do that. That's on me.
You started this interview by saying 2 साल से तो काम ही नहीं मिल रहा है. अब तो change हो गई होंगी चीज. अब तो मिल रहा होगा बहुत सारा काम. Shooting is also back. We see what is happening.
सारे लोग अब, everybody is busy now. Thankfully, we all had lost the habit of this gruesome schedule that we have been all used to. And I have been doing this for the last 44 years. I've been working professionally as a singer for 44 years. And yes, 1.5 years, there was virtually no work for anyone. And I can see now everybody getting back to work, all the performing artists and singers, touring, traveling, lots of songs coming out and lots of movies now opening up. I'm happy. My life has been very resourceful, very hardworking. I've worked very hard in my life. Till 91, it was only concerts in Delhi. But then from 91 onwards, there were like multiple songs a day, hosting television shows, judging them, then concerts, etc. It's been a very, very long career, 30 years in Bombay. So in between that 1.5 years of not working, it was only about working out and doing my riyaz and spending time with my son. But now life is getting back on track. And it takes a toll sometimes. When you are in Kolkata shooting, then you go to Dubai to perform, then you go take a flight and go to Birmingham, you do the rehearsal, the next day you do a show in Birmingham, the next day you do a show in London, then the next day you're shooting in London for a video. It takes a lot of toll. And then you come from there straight to Calcutta to shoot again. And then you go from there to Bangalore to do another concert, then you come to Bombay and do this interview. So then it takes a toll.
Hey Ram, I apologize. I apologize for adding hecticity to your schedule, but I think it was all in good, turned out to be a good interview. So with that, Sonuji, I think that's a hint that you have to go. So I'm going to grab that hint, but I promised all our viewers, आपको मान ले तो गाना गाना ही होगा. तो my choice is कल हो ना हो, but I leave it to you, आपको जो भी गाना हो.
मैं पूछने वाला आपकी चॉइस के, तो मैं आपकी चॉइस बताता हूँ.
कल हो ना हो.
हर घड़ी बदल रही है रूप जिंदगी, छाँव है कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी, हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो जो है समा, कल हो न हो, हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो जो है समा, कल हो ना हो.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I think we should all clap also. I'm sure our viewers are also clapping. And Kal Ho Na Ho, live every day as the last day, as they say. That has certainly become my motto since the pandemic. With that, we're completely out of time. Sonu ji, thank you so much. I apologize. आपने अपना पूरा हमें अपना hectic schedule बताया. हमने उसमें थोड़ी hecticity भी add की है. But thank you for your interview. And Rajan, you also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Lots of love to everyone. Thank you, team.
Thank you.